Good evening and welcome from Durban. I say good evening because it is late afternoon on Tuesday and we've had lovely cool weather in Durban with lots of rain. And I'm sorry for you, those of you who are sitting in the heat of Mbombela, where I believe it really is quite hot. My name is Nikki Muller. I'm Director of Institutional Planning at DUT, and I'd hoped to have been able to join my colleagues Rajan Naika, Ku Parker and Ashton Maheri in giving this particular presentation and panel discussion. Unfortunately, I can't make it away from the office, but I am very happy to be able to just give a brief message and provide the context for this particular panel discussion. So at DUT, we've been involved in trying to rectify the institutional data landscape. And I'll talk a little bit more about what I mean by that. But for example, we found that student data exists on various platforms. There's a lack of access to student data. Student data is not readily available for those people who need it. Staff have limited knowledge on how to use that kind of data as well to make appropriate plans. And there's a lack of, or there was a lack of appropriate dashboards, business intelligence tools, and so on and so forth. So our purpose in working around a particular project that was developed, largely focused on student success and therefore the emphasis on student data, was to build a data-informed culture at the university, and allowing this to happen through institutional capacity to access, work with and understand data towards student success. But this needed to be supported by an appropriate integrated infrastructure, which would include, amongst other things, a student tracking system, but not solely. So we wanted to address these aspects of the DUT's data landscape concurrently, and we then had a number of projects as part of the bigger project. So focusing on firstly improving the access and usability of finding ways to publish data sets, developing broader staff capacity to do self-service reporting and analysis rather than having to wait for somebody else to provide the data that's required. And then developing infrastructure to integrate the various data sources such as HEMIS data, data sitting on our integrated tertiary systems platform, and other valuable sources such as that from the Central Applications Office, which operates for KZN universities, NSFAS information, student housing, the various places where data resides within the university. And then obviously as well, all the relevant data emanating from the suite of surveys that we conduct at the university, most notably including SASE and LESI and CLASI. And I hope they'll be able to talk a little bit more about that. And then, of course, along the way, we really recognize the need for a data warehouse, as well as a student tracking system. And so they'll be talking about this. And as well, I think they will be focusing on a particular model that we developed along the way. Almost in hindsight, we saw how it was all coming together. We didn't start with a particular model or theoretical framework for our project, but along the way have come to understand things in a particular way. My particular learning from this project has been that data is important. Well, that's not a particular learning, but we all know data is important. But why? Particularly for me, it was recognizing that it is but the starting point. I think too many people tend to see it as the end point, and I think it's really important that we recognize it's the starting point to a discovery of what is happening, understanding things behind the data. I hope that there's a full auditorium for their presentation. I'd love to be there. I'm looking forward to hearing their report backs of the particular outcomes of what you engage in. And I hope that you will have something to take away with you, some new insight or a reflection of process improvement, or something that you can take back to your particular institution. So wishing you all the very best, and Good luck, Koo. Good luck, Rajan. Good luck, Ashton. And let's see it. Goodbye.